Sometimes on Sundays we talk about the importance of religion. I sometimes take pot shots at Jesus, which really upsets Steve. But it's something that well, it's like there was an article about some guys who went to buy cheese in the middle of the night at a time when the cook was such that people needed casein to counteract whatever was happening. So people would get up in the middle of the night and start craving cheese. And so these guys went to the CVS in the middle of the night. It was a 24-hour CVS. And the staff hid and called the police and said that they were being robbed. And they stood in there for 30 minutes refusing to steal the cheese. And waited until the cops came and explained the situation, except, probably leaving out that the neighbor had a meth lab. And so I posted it on my Facebook and I said, well, somebody needs cheeses, but this is ridiculous. And, and that kind of thing can be upsetting, but when I think about it in the context of what I'm living in, and a lot of people do, but people want, there is an importance to some kind of structured belief system in terms of, because I was thinking about how people kind of overestimate the power of the government, they overestimate the power of dad, they overestimate the power of individuals that they know, and having a structured system to give people the idea that there is something that is much more powerful, that things sometimes work out despite people, and that things happen for a reason, that that has value. But what doesn't have value is whatever happened to me, that after we established a certain deal regarding this, that it was made sure that I was excluded from that deal, even though it was explicitly stated that the behaviors that were expected were this. We would not be searching people for, deeper aversions or deeper beliefs. Belief in God, belief in consequences, that was enough. And then certain behaviors and certain respect for certain documents and things like that. And that there were assurance. Basically, it was one of those deals that Dad knew that nobody was going to be able to uphold. But working out all the details, because it is hard, when you're a child, when you're in an overwhelming situation, to remember every single detail at every single moment of every single contract. Dad is the best of us at that, but even he's not God, when it comes to remembering it and knowing everything. But there are also people out there, because of these kinds of contracts, that are trying to divert people, and there's stop-loss activity going on. And I was talking about that with Steve this morning. And I recited something to him, that, or not really, I don't know if recite is the best word, but, I put the words to the images as the feelings arose. About storytelling and metaphors, and we don't know if any of this stuff actually happened. Even the stories I was told by my grandfather, we don't really know. You can't really know that happened. But what you can know is that you get truth out of the stories, and that they teach certain things, and that in and of itself points to a higher being and a general plan. If people can, if things happen for a reason, if the stories people make up make sense, this tells us that there is something out there. But a lot of the stories people make up do not make sense. If you do a comparative look at religion, a lot of these stories are just crazy. But even in the crazy stories, you find truth in that. What is the nature of the people that believe these things? And it's not just that they're going to hell. I mean, because you want to know, are they going to hell on I-40 or are they going to hell on I-70? Because that is specific information that can lead to business success.